shop, and the shop.
And the last shop.
Which has been sold.
This is the basic bench. This is where we sit every day.
This is just the bench, the original.
We just sit here.
Hey, sit on the bench. Hayley is sitting on the bench. This is the Methodist Church. Kim. Jamie. Hello.
Hello.
In the house here.
Myself.
And they're saying hello to someone I want to see who they're saying hello to. I'm walking. Oh, it's the three cool guys, the cool gang.
My child sister coming down. Hi.
This is Jill. Ooh, looking hot.
No comment, no comment.
We're trying to achieve our positive and negatives about life in Glemsford and our life and what we think about our village.
This film is about teens speaking out loud.
We're going to interview different kinds of people that work in the village.
What can you do to help us achieve what we want to achieve in our village?
Of course you will. We're putting across our point as well as we can throughout the film. There's going to be different comments from different of us.
And the interviewees.
And the interviewees.
Sally Watson. I'm the Antisocial Behaviour Network Officer for BABER, and that's a partnership role between the police and the District Council dealing with all aspects of antisocial behaviour.
My name's Julia Bignell. I'm the new Police Community Support Officer for, well, amongst other places, Glemsford. I also cover Long Melford, Hartist, Boxted, Shimpling, Somerton, Lawshall.
I'm Rex Stake, and at the moment I'm Chairman of BABER District Council. I'm a Glemsford Parish Councillor, and I'm also the lead member for Children and Young People.
I'm Sarah Sunderland, I'm the clerk for the Parish Council.
Jack, coaching up the village hall, do a bit of coaching for BABER.
Patrick Prigg, I'm the rector of St Mary's Church here in Glemsford.
I'm Mrs Rachel Taylor, I'm a housewife.
Tony Mitchell. I run the shop with my wife.
My name's Lisa. I work in this shop.
I haven't been into Glemsford that many times. I see it as a nice rural area. It's quite spread out. I think that might be one of the problems. And there's quite a high concentration of young people. I'm not saying that's a problem or a dislike, but I think because the village hall is the focal point, most people gather here, so it looks as though there's a lot of young people. Can't say that anything else than that, I'm afraid.
To be fair, I haven't been to Glemsford very much at the moment because I haven't got a police car until next week when I can get a police car, so I haven't been here very often. I quite like the area. I like the recreation ground and the sports field. I like the fish and chip shop. I had a couple of sausages in the fish and chip shop. Haven't really, no dislikes really, to be fair. I haven't really seen any places I dislike.
I have no dislikes really, not at all. The only thing I would say is we lack a bit of community spirit, and that's really the main thing I would say. But as far as the village is concerned, I don't think it's any worse or a bit better than a lot of them.
I think you know I do, don't I? All the damage that the youngsters do, their mums and dads have to end up paying for it.
We haven't had any trouble for some years now. We did, to be honest, some years ago, but not in recent years.
That there was more overall activities for all different age groups.
Yes.
Change. I don't think there'd really be a lot of change. Not in the village, not as I know it at the moment. Maybe a little bit more for young people, but not really much.
I personally think there should be something for the youngsters. There should be a youth club for more age groups than 12.
Yeah.
I'm not so worried about the safety because I think there are provisions in place for that. I don't think it's a violent place, Glemsford. I think I'd be more concerned about the perception. I think people worry that it might not be safe to be out at night, rather than the actual reality.
I don't know about the kids of Glemsford, whether or not it's a good idea them wandering around late at night. It might be a bit dodgy. You know what's wandering around, do you? Especially over there where there's no lighting at all, is there?
Yeah, I know.
Myself, I know that there's a lot of older people get intimidated by youngsters milling around, making a lot of noise. But as far as I'm concerned, that threat is nil, really, because I think it's just a perception. And that is a little bit intimidating for some people. Personally, not myself.
Right, I'd have to do that in a double-barreled sort of answer, really. I would say, what can the youngsters do for themselves? Because they don't really do a lot for themselves or stand up to talk to our adults to actually sort out what they need, what their needs are. But there's a lot that could be done between the adults and the younger people. Raise money. Well, you could do all sorts of things yourselves, really. You could do marathons. I thought that would shock you. Generally anything that would raise money. Wash cars, wash people's windows. Anything that could show that you're willing to do as much as what we are.
I think really when I was younger we used to have a youth club, we used to have dancing lessons, there was more activities outside, there'd be more people wanting to join in the game around us, baseball, more I would say group activities when we were younger. Get the children involved, maybe a disco once a month, which the money could go towards activities and fundraising in all different ways, asking the children what they want to do as well, not just taking it upon themselves to decide what the children actually want, because today children want different things to when we were younger.
I don't know. I suppose things like sponsored discos, car boot sales, anything like that that just raises a little bit of money that help the youngsters instead of them walking around the street.
Yeah.
My only question maybe is, do you think there's a problem with any alcohol or substance misuse in the village?
Like, in Glemsford there's really nothing to do, because like, we have had a bad name because of it, because we do hang around in like big groups. But there's nothing for us to do, so we just like drink and have fun really, and that's what gets us into trouble.
Yeah, and like, if people are drinking, then it don't usually get out of hand. Like some of the older people, they do, but like, it's nothing like really like serious.
Yeah, and I feel that like it's not just us youngsters that drink, because like people go to pubs, like even the older people that are older than us, and they all drink and they walk around the streets shouting and stuff, so people just think it's going to be like the young people that do it, but it's not just us.
It's not always us. And like when like the young people do drink, they like, it doesn't never get out of hand usually. It's just like usually quiet, just having a bit of fun.
We usually like put ourselves somewhere where we're not in the like estate area where people call the police and we get in trouble and stuff. We like put ourselves somewhere where nobody can like, see us and stuff.
Cause much hassle. So.
Yeah.
My only question would be, apart from, do you, obviously not everybody knows me, but is there a way that I can get to meet you all once I get my car? Where do you go? I mean, I know you're at school a lot of the time, but do you sort of do anything any other times?
We normally just like hang around up the wreck and stuff, because there's nothing really for us to do, but we guarantee most of the time we're either outside the village hall or up the wreck, and that's really about it, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes like when we get like really bored, we go on like walks or something, or run around the horseshoe.
Something to do.
Or
we'll be at Golden Way probably if it's raining or cold, just...
Oh, underneath the arches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And almost bus stop, that's really about where we hang.
Bus shelter as well?
Yeah. Otherwise it'd be Kim's house.
Yeah.
And is there anything you think I can help you with?
Maybe just like organising something like the social club. I reckon that's the main strong one that we want.
Yeah. So what I need to do is one day when I can get over here, either a Saturday or a Sunday, perhaps, or an evening, to get you all together. We sit down, we work out what you actually want, what you want to try and do, and try and work out a way to organise something to raise some money, and then put it to whoever the person needs to be at the social club. Because does it get used very often by the older people?
Yeah, it gets used by like the older lot, like a lot, because they do go there a lot. But we just like want a Sunday, probably mostly a Sunday, innit?
Yeah.
Like a Sunday night to just sit there, buy a couple of soft drinks and crisps and play pool and stuff. That's about it. Like, I don't mind paying £1 if we have to pay £1 to come in. I'd rather pay £1 than sit out in the cold and stuff.
Yeah. So perhaps we'll organise something like that then.
Yeah.
So I need some names so I can get in touch with you at some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's all my questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The one thing that I cannot understand, I must be admit, I'll say this, if that's your facilities, why they are damaged by yourselves. I can't get my head around, because they're for you, the facilities for you, and I cannot, and I don't think a lot of people out in Glemsford can get that into their head. The reason, if you can give me that reason, then we've almost cracked it. Why you will damage your own facilities. Not you personally, but other people.
We don't personally damage facilities. No, not really, but we don't really have any facilities that we really enjoy like doing and participating in, because all we really have is a skate park which can't go up at night because there's no lights, a silver thing which doesn't exactly keep me warm or anything, and where else we went to go really, we didn't really have anything. In the youth club that we did have, all we really do is draw, and it's for like 8-year-olds really, so.
Would you like to be part of a group that actually helps to coordinate the various activities in the village? It means putting in time, but would you be willing to do that?
I personally would love to like help raising money and taking my time to build new facilities in the village and just helping everyone else really. Yeah, I'd like take time of my own to do it if it would help everyone and like myself as well. Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
So, how does it make you feel when people say that you are the ones causing trouble in the village?
It's really annoying, because they don't even know us and they just judge us by like what other people say, and like 9 times out of 10 they don't even like.
Most of the time it isn't even our group.
They don't even talk to us.
Like admit it,
so they just assume it's us.
Yeah, they still like get stuff for it anyway. And if the police come round, they want like all of our names when it's not even us. And
we get in trouble with nothing really. Even when they know who it is, they just want to know just because they do.
Can you understand why some of the older generation would be intimidated by teenagers?
No, I don't. I don't either. I don't. Like, if there's big groups of people, then they're obviously going to think like something's going to happen. But I don't see why they should think it, but they do. If we sit somewhere with like a house or something,
you're done for sitting
then
there.
they call the police because we're sitting there, and then we all like get tickets and everything because we're sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's just like really stupid because
they try to like move us on.
Remember when we had that range
if they keep like moving us on, they're going to think, oh God, they're walking around the village, must call the police because they're going to make even more trouble.
Like one time we were sitting like outside there, and then I don't know who it was, but someone called the police, and we had to like either go home or sit in the car park in the pitch black.
We was restricted to the car park.
And all we did was sit there.
And then they threatened to take the wreck away from us. Because if we didn't do what they said.
The bench down there, they took away the bench.
Yeah, they took away the bench for like 8 months.
Yeah, so we could sit
sat
there.
And it's like a public bench, so.
So what would you like?
Improvements. Policing that not to be so judgmental.
Yep, and show off. Just improvements in every
stuff that we can do
village.
to like keep us off the streets. If they're going to call the police because we're on the streets, we'll get stuff so we're not on the streets, then we won't be on the streets, will we?
If they want to do something about it, they should get more stuff for us.
Yeah, also if they want to also like do something about it, maybe they should help us and like commit to like helping us to get new stuff and not just like standing back and thinking, oh, we're troublemakers and that. Because they should take us as individuals, not because we're in a group. That's about it.
Is it true that you had a youth club before in Glemsford?
Yeah, but that was like for 8-year-olds.
We had to sit and draw.
It was either for boys, because they had like PlayStations and that, or us girls had to sit there with a cup of tea and
Draw.
I went there because I don't know.
It was like, the first couple of days was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But then like, it was just like the same old thing over and over, and I don't know, they treated us like we was 8 because we wasn't allowed outside or nothing. We was like restricted in the actual thing, and most of us just like...
And it was only until like 8 o'clock, we weren't even allowed outside.
So you don't go there anymore?
But they did, no, but they did try to like make it enjoyable, but it wasn't
done
like
free
our
food.
kind of thing, because like...
The best thing about it was the barbecue.
Yeah, the free food, that was really nice.
Yeah.
Burgers.
That was really nice.
Do you feel intimidated by the old folk?
Some of them.
Not like older people, but some like...
Remember we were sitting on the bench and that man came along?
Yeah, there was this...
You
was
wasn't
it
there,
said that Salmon's dad?
No, we were sitting on the bench, weren't we? And this man was like drunken out of his head and came over and was like having a go at us for nothing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea was shit on him. No joke.
We
It was like
actually
mental.
It was just like, I don't know, when they walk around the village and they're like drunk,
Yeah,
I
I feel
do
scared.
actually feel scared.
Especially when you're walking home on your own.
And there's so many like men that just like...
Perv over you, look at
and
you.
it's so scary when you have to walk home by yourself.
Yeah.
It's just,
So yeah, I do. Sometimes. And not by really old people.
No,
not by the elderly, just
like 40s.
mid-30s,
I reckon
like
40s,
early 40s kind of age. It's just,
There's so many.
Can you understand why the older generation would be kind of worried about your safety if you're hanging around on the streets?
Yeah, I do.
yeah.
But that's why we should get more bits that keep us off.
And they should get involved to help us to get off the
Instead of
streets.
just moaning at us and calling the police, they should like, not saying them, just them, but they should like at least try and help or something to get us off the streets instead of just calling the police for nothing really.
And it's a wrap.
It's not a wrap. So what do you think this film will help with?
I reckon it will help to reach the like older people. To,
No, I reckon
listen
it'll help them
us.
to understand us and hear our point of view, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll be able to get some stuff to like help us in the village to be off the street.
And because we've interviewed like several different people and they've gave their like opinions back, maybe they could like understand where both points are coming from and maybe actually do something about it.
Instead of just judging us, actually like come and talk to us, not saying in the big group, but just like if we're like by ourselves or just
Or
like
instead of like
two of us
coming
or
up to
something.
you and shouting at you, just have a nice conversation, like instead of shouting at us or anything, just like come up to you and just say, excuse me, you're being a bit loud, could you just quiet, or just, yeah.
Because we would if someone like politely asked us.
Yeah,
because
but
they have
because
to
they
shout,
that
we
makes us
react.
shout back, and it makes us react, and we have to do something back.
Yeah.
Does it piss you off?
Yeah.
The fact that people are always constantly having a go at you.
Yeah. For
I
things
mean,
that we haven't
surely
done.
they should know because they were a teenager once, and surely they should know like what it's like to actually be a teenager. Obviously, like all the teenagers like get drunk and stuff and do things, but surely they've done it. So maybe I know that like they're not exactly setting a really good example, like keep shouting at us and stuff. So maybe they should like try and set a good example instead of doing a rubbish one.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay, well this is the ending to our presentation on Teenagers Speak Out Loud. Shh. We hope you enjoyed our film.
This film was made by Leah Taylor, Kaylee Wilson, Kim Willett, Pearl Prigg, Chelsea Howe and Nikki Carr.
We have managed to put our points across to persuade the interviewees for new facilities in our village.
We have understood the positives and negatives that the interviewees have put across. We have tried to comment back the best we could.
We kept our points and views as honest as we could.
This film has been a really good success and we hope you have took note on our ideas. What do you think about life in your own village?